Back to space. Let's see. We're coming for you. We will destroy you. So, previously we standing amongst our field of wind turbines. We got red science started. So we've conquered blue science, begun red. Red is currently empty, as we need hydrogen. Hydrogen is a byproduct of refining oil. Oil goes in, hydrogen and refined oil comes out. Our current hydrogen is being sent down the line as we have more powerful techniques. One quarter full. Right now our hydrogen is, we put in refined oil and hydrogen and it spits out graphite, which is coal we have cooked again, and more hydrogen. Two hydrogen go in, 3 hydrogen come out. And it's currently set up so that no hydrogen will be released back to the science machine until this is full. This will make sure that we forever have a lot of hydrogen. We're not using refined oil for anything else, so this is working out well, and it's giving us a supply of graphite that red science also needs. Eat that tree, why not? So I was going to pause on science for the moment. We'll get back to it. We were currently working on tapping all the oil on the planet. As the big thing we did was set up adjacent to the equator. We have a little power system here. Using graphite to cook. Painted graphite. As they've recently implemented since last time I played. Spray coating. You spray something, it becomes more efficient. So we're getting more fuel out of this because it's been spray painted. Sure, I like it. So there's our power station. A lot of glass. A lot of bricks. It's fine. Where are we going? Right. We set up near the equator, about a hash south. There's the equator. Noted by the singular free solar panel we got. Here we have a line around the planet of oil. I have 15 extractors. Let's go put them to use. So knowing there's going to be a solar array here, easiest way to get this over there is let's have it go up and over. And bring it down and over. And you can join the line. Well, everything else is a finite resource. This oil will always be producing some amount. managed to end up with some oil in my pocket. Gross. I was gonna have every oil extractor empty out onto the belt that goes around the world. Scan the horizons for more oil, like you. Probably use more belts. When I find the Prime Meridian, I'll probably put a line of power poles there too. Just so we have power up and down. Be easy enough to extract it from whatever direction we end up facing. You can actually just stretch over to there. You can both empty out into this guy. In the meantime, destroy the environment, why not? Give our Icarus the default name of your mech here. Something to do? We'll know when hydrogen has reached its critical mass, because this will begin to go, and it won't ever stop going. Our lovely gas giant. I forget, what are you made of? Hydrogen and deuterium. It's a nice thing to be made of. Deuterium's nice. Unlimited hydrogen, also nice. The autosaves are quite frequent. It's nice. Less to worry about. Grid's looking fine. Since we're nearby, I should stop. Wait, yeah, we only have a couple dozen of these. Here's the shopping mall anyway, so yeah. Appreciate it. There's an oil I've already tapped. There's another oil. There's untapped. Amongst the wind farm. This windfill will probably move eventually. If I need to move where the belts go for these, it's fine. It's not a huge deal. It is pretty. Imagine if we lived on the moon and we circled the planet. And we have enough busy work to do. Let the hydrogen go. It's a chill game. We relax here. We build, we think, we construct. Eventually we'll consume oil faster than this. We're not at that point. Power is yet to be abundant for us to be able to do such a thing. We'll get there. Power is not quite keeping up when we're fueling our giant robot with wood. That's fine. I can tap the main line here. Create a portable charging station for my robot. Tap the grid for power. Tapped you. May have been where it just came from. Park under here and look. So. X oil I have not tapped. You have this nice overhead view here. Tapped you. There's another one. That line can run right to that existing one. Those two existing ones. Nice. We go. There's no power lines this far out to the pole. For now, our main source of fuel is graphite. It does okay. Nice. If you shift and left click on something, it'll just have you construct more. Awfully polite. Confirm this is oil on the slide, right? Yes. Have the infrastructure in place so that we do start to consume oil, we will pull from the entire planet. The traffic monitor is not translated to English. Fascinating. Is that the only screen is not translated out? Yeah, how about that? Not playing in Chinese. Forget where that was. Oh, not you. Here's where there's one place where it is translated, another one where it isn't. Yeah, no. No, they just haven't translated that yet. Well, that's a traffic monitor. There's your logistics system from Factorio. Alright, need to continue the power lines. One more. There we go. That's while I stand here and charge while I look for my next target. Or oil I haven't touched. There's a whole bunch down here on this pole here. I can send it all that way. Sure. Why not? And away we go. Another day rises. Actually, where's the closest? I don't have one anywhere nearby. I'd rather not send this all the way around the other side of the... I'm going to use the poles eventually, so... Suppose I could just have all 4 of these go that way. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Oh, wrong way. Wrong button. R rotates. Well, it controls that I have chosen. R rotates. T opens up the tech tree. Do I have enough in my pocket to just... Yeah, I have enough materials. Let me just make a bunch of power poles by hand. You have a 3D printer inside of you. Consume some power, 3D print stuff, if you have materials on hand. This is a game of automation, of relaxing. But you could do that. We don't have any power on this side of the planet at all. We haven't built anything over here yet. Well, I'll bring power out here. We'll just drag the power lines with us till we reach the equator where we have our beautiful oil line and power pole going across the planet. Since you're both on opposite ends, we'll have you guys both go inward. Hey, you'll see the lines get a little kooky out by the poles. That's what happens when you work on a spear. This isn't flat. This isn't Factorio. We are on a spear. We will eventually build across this entire orb. And then every other orb here in the solar system and in the galaxy. Oh, star cluster, I suppose. Healthy supply of soil addict piling up. We're doing a lot. We'll be doing a lot with this eventually. How many? There's 4 of these. So I want to set up 4 storage tanks. Eh, why not here? How tall can I stack them now? 3. Not good enough. I'll just buffer 4 to 3. That's... I've been doing 1 to 1. May as well keep it going. We'll keep 1 per. 1 storage tank per extractor. Buffered for when we begin to actually use oil in large quantities. Will do. We'll get to it. When the power grid can support it, and when I get around to it. That's the bigger thing. We have a lot to do. There we go. Doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to work. Now, there's a more efficient way to do this. Hold on. Let's just throw down a little bit of foundation, like here. That's what you use both your foundation and your soil pile for. If you flatten something, you get more dirt. If you need to put enough dirt in to raise the ocean, you consume soil. There. That'll reach the main line. Just hover here over the water for a moment, let my little robots keep building. They do good work. They work hard. And which side of the equator are we on? We are on... Alright, so this is the equator. The array of solar panels will go here along the equator, so you guys need to jump. So, because this is space, be working in 3D, we build up. We take our belt and we go north with it. As in altitude. Up we go. This can go pretty much as high as you want it to go. You can build all sorts of wild contraptions because you have 3 dimensions. Recharge our robot off the main power grid. Still have graphite. In fact, here, keep feeding the robot more coal. Our coal burning robot. Alright, looks good. Now, in fact, you stand here and recharge while I look for the next oil when I haven't tapped. Tapped it. Didn't tap you. We tapped this one, but not that one. Interesting. I must have run out of oil extractors at the time. Flash. There's even two things here, so I knew it was. Not like I didn't notice it. There. Problem solved. That was easy. Are you tapped? No. Sadly, any trees your robots knock down do not end up in your pocket. If you want lumber, you do have to pick it up yourself. But you can queue up multiple tasks here. if I wanted to say, power my robot with grass. It's not very efficient. It burns through it very quickly and does not get me much power, but it's possible. You can do it. If there's anything that burns, you could toss it into your robot to power it a little. And your robot I guess he has some solar panels on him, because he does eventually recharge over time on his own. It's a nice shade of blue. I like this. What color would you call this? Oh yeah, as of the recent update, your robot is completely customizable. You can change out the parts, frames, color, all sorts of... You can even color the gas that comes out the back when you fly. Fascinating. How much things you could put into it. They have predefines if you want to turn him into a giant fighting robot. Do what you gotta do. As like an ease thing, I really appreciate that you don't have to WASD your entire way through your robot here. You can just right click and he will just go. Alright, so we are again on the other side, so let's pick you up. 3 is enough to get over solar panels. And you can join the main line. I'm sure there are more efficient ways to get all the oil on the planet. Sound of dog playing in the background. Don't worry about it. But since the oil will never run out, eventually less and less oil will come out, but there'll always be some oil coming out of the geysers here. They won't ever deplete. Like this amount of 300,000 iron or 600,000 stone. So to make sure it's always being extracted, just a belt around the entire planet. If I was particularly patient, I could put multiple belts on top of each other and have everything from the entire planet put on one giant line of belts here. I'm not that patient. But you could, and it would probably look really cool and be an easy way to extract all resources. Have some wood. Stand here, think about it while I look for the next one. Reaching civilization. Is that all the oil on the planet? Have we tapped it all? That would take longer to tap all the oil. That one has one. You have one. By you. Yeah, you're tapped. Nothing much going on this side of the planet. I like it. That's a lot of real estate here to work with. The only thing that's almost permanent to get in my way are the oil geysers. Yeah, it looks like I got it all. Might come across one or two I may have missed. I even tapped the one in the middle of civilization, so yeah. Beautiful. Well, let's head into town. Alright, so over here we have... This is the graphite factory. The graphite for the sake of power. You are the power plant. Bunch of thermal power plants here. Guess at this point we have plenty of oil coming in. Wouldn't hurt to step up oil production. Which is simple enough. I have 10 refineries on me, so why not? Let's expand belts. Move this wind turbine. Go over there. Go have fun. One robot, go fix that. Thank you. Alright, unfortunately, Chip's Click will also remember not only what I've set this building to, but all of the arms. The only thing I have to throw down is another power pole. We'll take in oil, and we'll spit out refined oil and hydrogen. Move this. The only downside of wind turbines is that they need space. Alright, now that you're running, is keeping up? Yeah, power looks good. So now there's more refined oil coming in. For now, I'm just gonna buffer most of the refined oil. I filled up 1.5 tanks. How's the hydrogen machine going? 3/4 done. It was at 1/4 when we began looking, half an hour ago. So yeah, in roughly 15 minutes, this should cap out. And we've made almost an entire box full of graphite. Very nice. What I can do to speed this up a little bit more. You are exiting or entering? We're entering. Am I carrying any more of you? Yeah, I have 6 more of these in my pocket. And the grid can handle it, so why not? You're going that way. You're going this way. You're going that way. Yeah, hydrogen in, 2 hydrogen in, 3 hydrogen out. I'm out of arms. I'm out of arms. Alright, we'll be right back. To the mall! We have a shopping mall set up. Somewhere? Where's a shopping mall in relation to the oil plant? This? Getting turned around. This is where we started. Yeah, here's the power plant. Here's the mall. Yeah, we can go shopping. Do I need belts? I have belts. Do I need arms? Yes, I need arms. Give me 200 arms. Thank you. Do I need assemblers? No. Oh. Alright, I keep forgetting they added Chivo since the last time I played. 1 terajoule. Many splitters. I'll take half a stack of splitters. Or I'll take a full stack of splitters. I'm good. Large poles. I like to have a stack of everything on me so when I revisit the mall. I have 50 of these. And there's 2. Do I need any smelters? No. Power plants. Oh, I'm making solar panels, apparently. I'm turning rocks into very terrible efficiency, but this is turning rocks into silicon ore, which is being turned into silicon plates. Here, have some rocks. I will take those solar panels, though, to get into place those. What did I come over here for? Arms. I got what I came for. Alright, back to the oil. Won't be long until red science begins anew. There's red science, which means the sun. Yeah, oil's over here. Eventually, this entire planet will be color-coded. We're not there yet. There. Add one more machine. 5. Yeah, an even 5. Power's looking pretty good, actually. Anyway, let's take some time to place some solar panels on the equator. Will you get the most direct sunlight? Yeah, here's our starter one. And by going all along the equator, it'll guarantee that I'll be getting power at all times a day. Let's start going straight down the line. Eventually, this will be 2, 3, up to 5 deep. How much room did I leave, actually? Yeah, 5 deep. I'll be able to eventually do this and not bump into my oil line. For now, consistent power. And because these are placed all along the equator as well, all the solar panels will be connected to the main system. Actually, that's the next thing I should set up. If there are any veins along the equator, I need to start mining those so I can get them out of my way. Place for everything and everything in its place. Okay, good. 3 is high enough to dodge the solar panels. And that's how I'm going to get stuff from one side of this to the other. So I'm effectively cutting my planet in half, designating the center as my oil and power zone. Eventually, I plan to retire the thermal power plants. There's by 650 something solar panels. Besides, they're blue when they're active, and they'll follow the sun. It's cute. I don't know if real-life solar panels do that. I don't know enough about that. I should learn about that. It's kind of neat. But as this goes by in the sky, these solar panels will follow the sunlight. So at midday, these will then be facing up. It's a really good looking game. I wonder if they're going to turn off because the sun's about to go behind our gas giant. I was curious about that before. Gonna get a chance to see if this is just really a bad planet for this. Or is the game realistic enough to turn it off during the eclipse? We are just orbiting a gas giant. Or is it polite enough to not penalize you because you're starting on a satellite? Still on. Really good looking. Alright, so they're not going to penalize you because it's behind the gas giant? Or is there still enough sunlight coming through you're getting some power? At 97% intensity? Okay, that sounds like it's not penalizing you because in every game of Dyson Spear Program, you always start as a satellite of a gas giant. Just what gases are in there is randomized. But like, the ideal planet would be one that's like tidally locked. You never start on one of those. And here we can see that the panels are now leaning up, reaching for that sunlight. Kind of cool if real-life solar panels do that. I don't know. Anyone out there have solar panels? Do they move? Can they move? Is it set to follow the sun, or is it like just on a clock? I guess like an almanac would tell you when the sun will be at midday and rising and setting and all that. There they go. Yeah, it's completely obscured now. But I guess that's nice that it's not going to penalize you because you start off as a moon. We are the closest to the sun. We have filled 10 tanks of fluid. Chivo unlocked. Alright, right. I wanted to check to see... Hydrogen is not done yet, otherwise this would be running. Is there anything on the equator that needs to be farmed now? Just take a tour of the equator. Maybe look for the Prime Meridian and then slap some power lines on that? Sure. Prime Meridian's also going to be in a thicker green, similar to the equator here. Yeah, like right here. Here's the dead center of the planet. You also have your longitude, latitude down here. You can set that to universal coordinates. I don't find that as helpful. And because your planet you're on it's obviously moving, so... I missed it. Extra pole, it's fine. continue to circle the planet. Oh, that power's up. We have a surplus of hydrogen now. Red is now underway. Still have things to do though. I need to go collect more foundation. We're almost out. And just have a line of power poles east and west across the planet. East, west, and north and south. This way, no matter where I am on the planet, we're not that far away from... Oh, thanks. More pocket space. Yeah. We're not that far away at any given point from a power pole. Encapsule the entire orb. The entire sphere we're on. In a power grid. There you go. Alright, so... stand here and recharge while I look at the science. Upgrading 2 more drones. That'll look nice. Give me the power to go to other planets. We don't need that yet. We'll get there. First thing we need to do... planetary and interstellar logistics. So let's start with planetary. I need, for this I need thrusters, which are down here. Yeah. Drones. We'll get there. You have a beehive. You have bees. You put stuff into the beehive and tell it to send or look or ask for, send or request stuff. So I put stuff into a beehive and have it sending out stuff. And the bees will deliver it to another hive that is asking for stuff. This one will let me go do it from interplanet, so intraplanet, so within my own planet, send stuff all over the planet. And this one will let me send it from other planets. Instead of a bee, it's more of a bus. You load up your bus of stuff and you send stuff away. Be particularly helpful when my home planet here has no silicon and no titanium. And we need silicon and titanium. But Alphard, right over here, Alphard 3, has just a veritable ass ton of titanium. You know, that's a metric measurement. And a whole lot of silicon to work with. And even farther out, where are you? Alpha 4 has some silicon, tons of titanium, and a bunch of copper. Cool. And an ice ocean. Haven't seen an ice ocean planet before. They've added a lot more planet types since the last time I played. Hey, this one has fire ice just sitting around. Don't usually see that in your home system. Cool. Oh, you can also, when you're in the planetary, you can just push N to reorient yourself to the prime meridian with the poles facing up and down. It's kind of nice. Oh, we ended it right here at the mall. I was making foundation here, right? Or, my foundation machine was somewhere else. Yeah, my foundation machine was over here, back in the initial starting area. Yeah, like the only place where I was making steel. Oh, you're empty. Finally. The first blow has been struck. I did it. I destroyed my first vein. We will empty this planet. The goal is eventually to have zeros across this entire board. This planet is where I will be researching everything. Exporting oil and importing everything else. That's the plan. Long term. For now. Let's grab a bunch of foundation. my tiny bit of steel I'm making. Box of iron. There. I guess this is from leftover from the very start, where I was making stuff in my pocket. There, box of iron. What are you guys making? Why are you making it? Oh, is this for blue science? Yeah, this is for the initial science machine. Blue's keeping up. Alright, red's falling a little behind. What can I do to increase red production? Not enough hydrogen coming in. And just work your way backwards. Not enough hydrogen coming in because... 2 more drones. We're up to 6 good boys. Alright, because we're just getting the surplus. Make sure I can't ever run out. All surplus hydrogen works its way back down the line. So once this is done, yeah, thruster, then you. This is tricky though, because these require... Thruster requires titanium, right? No, just steel. The interplanetary one requires titanium, which you have to go to other planets to get titanium to make this. That's how they get you. They make you slow boat your way over to another planet a couple of times. Well, let's unlock the ability to fly to other planets while we're at it. Speed up our drones. Give me more power. Let me move faster. Crystals. I guess having being able to make titanium would be really helpful too, actually. Forget about these. We'll do personal upgrades later. You're new. Oh, this is just stronger spray paint. Take spray paint and add diamonds to it. That's fancy. And then you can spray paint even harder. Another use for diamonds. Alright, I accept. That's going to be important for yellow. Alright, science has work to do. It'll get there eventually. How's the power grid? Actually underutilized. Fascinating. Alright, let's throw down another one of these. As long as the power grid can handle it. Refined oil in. Graphite out. Hydrogen in. Hydrogen out. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. We'll add 2 more to the line. These are quite power hungry. Almost an entire megawatt for each one. I don't know, this could be deceptive. This could be the part of the day where the solar panels that we do have are picking up. Alright, it is prioritizing the free graphite and not the cooked graphite. So that's nice. I could use more fuel in my pocket. don't need these in my pocket. Hold on. I have a box somewhere where I'm putting extra stuff. Yeah, this right here. Have that titanium, have this silicon. Have this silicon, I don't need. Unless, what does it take to make a solar panel? Yeah, never mind. Find somewhere to put this. All this belt spaghetti you could do when you could move in 3D. You're eventually gonna run out of iron ore because this patch is almost done. What I can do to supplement that for now. Here, have all the ones in my pocket. Apparently I made way too many over here. Just cook this in my pocket there. Kick this can down the road of needing to add another iron deposit to this. Because I could just siphon off of here. In fact, if I move these all together, I could probably start extracting them. This is emptying soon. Yeah, kick the can down the road. You have an entire box full of magnets to work with. Before you run out. And where are you working on? Oh yeah, you're, again, blue science. Just gonna stay strong while... Oh wow. Red's accumulating. Alright, we need more science. More science machines. About time we build... Alright, let's add that to the mall. Down the line. So, where can I fit this in? Science. Science lab. Iron, glass, green chip, fancy coil. Alright, I have fancy coil here. Green chip. And iron right here. So I just need to sneak... glass over here. There's glass. Glass is just take rocks and cook it. Well, the easiest way to do this, we'll just add another smelter. We don't need throughput on this. We can now make fancier stuff. Some glass. And then thanks to belt spaghetti, I can do this. Just empty out the glass here. I said... bring it all the way around. And in fact, the iron's actually already on a splitter, so I'll just drag this over here. I need more boxes. Of all things, I'm out of boxes. I know I have a box maker around here somewhere. What goes into a box? A brick and iron. Yeah, here it is. I have 100 boxes of identical size of this box. I can now make even larger boxes, but that takes steel. And brick. Should start making larger box. Okay, so science machine. Empty out into here. Only make one stack of that, please. We're not going to need that many science machines at a time. You want iron, green, fancy. Fancy, green, glass. There we go. Here in Dyson, you can stretch 3 across. It's gonna be very slow to get it there, but I don't need throughput on this. Just need them to just need it to go. Alright, so we said large box was steel, which is iron and cook it again, and brick, which is take rocks and cook it. Melt them all together. Well, I already have bricks just on a conveyor belt here. And here's iron. This actually works out perfect. Take these bricks up and over and down. Take this iron. Up. If I wanted to be really pretty, I would have these go up and these would run under it, but eh. This mall is temporary. We'll only use this until I have the beehive ready to go. All buildings are temporary until they're not. Take steel, or take iron, cook it into steel. Have it go across, because it can do that. And fill this tiny box with many large boxes. Yeah. 2 stacks of those. I don't know. I don't remember how tall they stack, and they've changed the stack limits of a lot of these. So it might stack very high now. It might not. It's 8 and 8. Wow. That's a lot. Well, you'll get there eventually. Science machine. How you doing? Nice. I'll take 16 of those. That's more than I'm going to need for a long time. Now, where is science? There. No, not that. That's red. Blue. Go on. Yeah. So I like to do my science where they box feed at the end of the line. So I can keep an eye on, like, I can see it's not consuming as much as we have. So I'm just going to stack that 2 higher. Going to feed from each side. This works nicely until you have more than 4 sciences. But we don't yet. Alright, so now we're consuming more science than we're making. Good. I like it. Blue's staying strong, because we're waiting on red. And red's gonna be forever held up by hydrogen. Not forever held up by hydrogen. Very soon we'll have unlimited hydrogen. We already do, we just take some time to get there. Oh. That's an issue. Yeah, the oil can't process because the hydrogen bank is full. Alright, well, let's kick that can down the road and buffer all of these. Just buffer this hydrogen. This way the machines can keep running. Here, take this hydrogen. Yeah, liquid hydrogen. There. Now it can just keep running though. Even if this backs up. Shouldn't be. Oh, what's going on is that the belt is not fast enough to move this throughput. It's fine. That just means some of the machines are going to sit idle, which means I have extra power to spare. Either way, I'm going to have some quantity of backup hydrogen, which I could eventually just walk over here, grab it out, and input it to into the red science machine. Yeah, this is running again. Good. Every now, what you can do, you can set nowadays. You can set up alarms, so that if this is ever not running at full, at efficiency, it will scream at you. I don't need anything that fancy yet. My factory's not large enough that I can't just walk over myself and do it on my own. A lot of glass I've accumulated. Yeah, he'll find a home someday. See, now we're only running 3 because we used up all the backed up red. Now, over here where I kick the can, you're completely done. Alright, an entire vein destroyed. We done it. We did it. Cut that here. You'll keep going until this box is empty. In fact, you can have this iron too. Enjoy. How are you looking? You're looking fine. Yeah, this is all back to bed because until the blue actually runs through, this is gonna sit there. There's a lot of iron here, so I could siphon off some of this. Can I squeeze a splitter in here? Yes. This is the iron that's going to the mall. You are now also the iron that goes to blue, as needed. But prioritize them all. When the mall doesn't need you, you can spit it out to blue. How about that? Hey, BTV. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to Chill Time, where we build. Beautiful view of our gas giant. Yeah. When the mall doesn't need anything, just spit it out this way. If we find blue is lacking, then I'll change priorities. A box of copper here. That needs to be put to use. Yeah, here. No more making copper out of this. And in fact, put another box on top and put the rest of my copper in there. There we go. First night back at work. Well, you said you liked this back and forth system, so I'm glad for you. Hope work goes well. As we are all here to relax. The stacking system is really nice. When this is empty, well, it will grab from the top and then go to the bottom. Nice. I believe that. Always feels too short. Picked up this wind turbine at some point. Find a home for you. Yeah, over there. Red's a little behind. Red will stay behind, it happens. Red is consistent though. Red will just kind of keep going. Short because of hydrogen. Hydrogen being short because this is still running it. This is running good. Oh, you can't spit out your refined oil fast enough. Our buffers haven't maxed out. And neither of you can do it. So, alright, so we haven't. When we researched this electromagnetic turbine, we can make faster belt. This belt transports things at 6 a second. Next belt up is twice as fast. There is even yet more powerful belt beyond. That moves at 30 a second. Usually I like to try to jump straight from 1 to 3. Save the middleman, but I'll have some in between for places like here where they're just falling behind because they can't unload fast enough. Inject you into that container. And any backup hydrogen. You can just grab all this. I have some hydrogen in my pocket. Some of the excess. Do some of this by hand while the machine gets up to speed. There. Nice injection of hydrogen. The storage units are nice because these storage tanks are nice because you can't hold a lot of this by hand. It takes up a lot of space. They don't stack very highly. Very satisfying to inject it in there. See, these 6 at when the belt is full, these 6 can go at speed here. Alright, so we need to start planning our first interplanetary travel within the solar system. So let's park ourselves. Nice. Thrusters. Look at there. Hey, we're up. Working on our beehives now. So, what was I saying? Oh, it's planet, so we're the first planet in the system here, so the logical choice would be to hop over to 3, because it's right there. Transfer windows are very generous. Yeah, you have a lot of silicon. You have silicon, you have titanium, you have water. We have water. We need water here. Fire ice is nice. Use that. We'll use up all 1.3 million of that in no time. Eventually. Interesting. So for making solar panels en masse, we need silicon and copper. This place has silicon. This one has copper, but not a lot of silicon. I was looking at the wind energy, because we're pretty much going to be running just wind turbines on this planet for now. We both don't get a lot of power out of it. I suppose I should just go with the closer planet if I'm jumping back and forth. So that'll be the plan. Alright, so let's get set up. I need fuel for me. Do not want to be on a planet, on a different planet, without power. That would be very frustrating. It's happened. Let's see, let's put down anything I'm not using. Like those free traffic monitors. That are still in Chinese that they have yet to translate. Oh, the goofs. Alright. There's someone here using steel nearby, right? Just inject everything else into the field. Oh, it's not using these because I didn't put power on this arm. Well, that makes sense. Off you go then. Yeah, you. Here, have a bunch of steel. Because you have water, I might need foundation in order to get it out of my way. I want a bunch of mining machines. Let's go to the mall. Go shopping. I'm gonna want a ton of belt. $3,000 belt might... Yeah, 3,000 should be sufficient. Don't need gears. Who wants gears? You want gears? I have gears. Have gears. Gears. Fancy coil. Who wants fancy stuff? You want fancy magnet, you can have that. Who has engines? I don't need these engines in my pocket. Vroom vroom. Why am I carrying engines? I haven't made anything that uses engines yet. Right, leftovers, here. Not gonna be using any water on that planet, so that can go. No thermal power. No oil, no refineries. We're gonna smelt on site. No science. Alright. Give me a stack of big boxes. The even stacks of all of these. I'm gonna want all the wind turbines you can give me. Yeah, 100 should be fine for first jump over there. I have arms. I have arms. Give me a few more. I'd really rather not get all the way over there and then realize I forgot something. I'm gonna want to bring back a lot of titanium. But I don't have to worry about emptying. I don't have to worry about having full pockets going over there. I can dump extra stuff over there for the next time I go over. But where's my graphite pile? Right here. Give me the rest. I'm not running out of power on the way over there. No, thank you. You learn to fly in 2 sciences. Oh, 1 1/4. Everything else is topped off. Alright. We're ready to go. Blue's falling behind. And 3 labs is not enough for this much science. We can fix that. Gotta go grab those labs. Power's looking good. Now I mathed this out to be enough to fuel 3. This should not be enough to feed this much. But I'll give it a chance. Yeah, Red's getting ahead because the blue buffer went down. There's only 2 green, there's only 1 fancy chip machine going on. Very condensed in here. It'll run eventually. Might be a little slow, but it'll happen. I just want this to go quickly because I want that science. Steel and copper. Let's get that going. Yeah, not carrying efficient amounts of... There. It could be something to do. Put down some solar panels. It'll start soon. It does take titanium, even for basic... Okay. Even for the basic one, which we don't have on this planet. So yeah, we have to get started somewhere else first anyway. The game does make you leave your planet before you can hands off other planets. So far, this is keeping up. Little by little, it's falling behind. Alright, let's put down some solar panels while we wait. Would like to eventually discontinue burning coal. I have other uses for it. The game's nice, you can just hold down left click and drag and you can place things in a line. This one's going quick. Can now fly. We can now leave the atmosphere. That's really awkward, the slow down part. Because your hand's on the left side, so why would they put the slow down button so far to the right? Alright, are we ready? In case things go horribly wrong. Very important. Set your target. Alpha 3. Indicator on. Have to leave the atmosphere. Not fall into the gas giant. That would be disastrous. And your nav ball down at the bottom when flying. Make sure we stay fueled here. Will not really keep up with accelerating, but your power will go up over time if you're not actively accelerating. It's the way space works. Boom. Do a barrel roll. And you get a nice little hub there. At this speed, it will take 1 minute to get there. At this point, we could go anywhere. We could decide to leave our solar system and go way the heck out to that black hole. It would take some time to get there. It would take, it can't even calculate how long it would take to get there. Oop. Hold on. Don't want to miss the planet. Just gonna leave that indicator there while we close in. I have missed planets before, when the gravitational pull swings me past it really fast. It takes a long time to turn back around. And nailed it. Chivo unlocked. Okay. I'll eventually put the indicator back there. Yeah, eventually. But for now, new planet. First things first, I like to find one of the poles and start there. So let's go with the North Pole. Here on Santa Planet. Not the very center. We're going to be using the very center. For something. Red means that these wind turbines are not they're not strong enough to power my robot right now. That's fine. How we're going to be starting most new planets until we have hundreds and hundreds and thousands of extra solar panels, so we can use that instead. I guess we'll come back to wind if we find a planet that's especially windy. They do exist. This is not one of them. These many wind turbines are enough to power the robot. It's at the rate of 1. I like to pick a pole because it's real easy to find. But every time I come out here, I'll bring like 50 more of these. It gives you a token amount of coal so that you could do things like medium factory. You could do things like burn coal to get you started. You don't have to do this. Or you could not. All the fire ice is in one vein over there. I think we'll just start getting that mined and leave it be. Let it go. It doesn't take particularly long to plant these when you understand the click and drag, as well as the curve of the planet. Just go along the hashes. And it's a really, looks like a really neat flag to plant. Where was that fire ice? Right there. I'm coming for you. The fire ice is it's a specialty material. It's a shortcut. There's a bunch of specialty materials that act as like shortcuts to other things. So this will give me a temporary shortcut to another and more advanced product. Possible to find a gas giant that has this inherent. So you have a never-ending supply of shortcut. This is finite. This does not need to be cooked. We want to collect this as is. Oh, thanks for the follow, PK Gold. Welcome to the Dyson Beer program, and enjoy relaxing while we build. Power's off. Yeah. These haven't been built yet. They're working on it. You discovered fire ice. Oh, this is new. That's throughout is, yes, graphene. This is your fire ice is your shortcut for graphene. We haven't seen graphene yet, as we have not started using it. We'll get there. So I have all of these set up just so I can grab all of it at once. It's gonna be a while before we use any of this fire ice. So all I need from it now is just to begin stockpiling. Does not even need to be at a good rate. It's just going to happen eventually. Now, what I'm actually here for versus park ourselves underneath the charging station while we go looking. We're here for titanium and silicon, which both happen to be right here. Alright, you two are my first pilot programs here, which is very close to where we are. Beautiful. Let's drag a power line out there. momentarily just throw down a charging station. Tap all the wind turbines to refuel the robot. Eventually I'll have charging stations pretty much on every pole. We're not there yet. For now, let's slow it down as I need it. Okay, so titanium and silicon. I'm just in time to cook the titanium. Beautiful. I planned it all along. Can't grab all of this. Hold on. Maybe I can. Just grab all of that titanium so I can eat the entire thing at once. Now there is no use for basic, as the last time I played, there was no reason to keep basic titanium. What I could tell, there's no reason to keep basic silicon either. So I can cook all of this on site. I brought smelters for that purpose. However many that my wind turbines can power. We're gonna cook all of these on site before schlepping it back over to our home planet. As usual, everything we do by hand here will eventually be automated. This is the future. We are here to plan and automate and relax. Glad we got those 6 robots before we got out here. Speed things up a little bit. Make sure we're facing east and west. Cook me some titanium. Is that right? Yeah. So fire ice is also can be used as a fuel. Gives you 4.8 megajoules. It's weaker in every way than just graphite. But as our inaugural single helpings of graphite, fire ice, let's just eat that. Delicious. Gotta sample everything, you know. Alright, we'll send. Oh, you're too far away. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. So the ore will go west to east, east to west will come, and then you guys will empty into a box. Big box. Put the arms and set it first, then I can just copy paste this. We can put off need to use the blueprint system until we actually get large enough that we need it. We'll use a blueprint system, don't worry. It's a new system. I hardly touched it. Now, this on basic belts, is this being fed? Sometimes. One more would be pushing it. Let's go ahead and do that. So it takes 2 or at 2 seconds to make 1. Yeah, that makes sense. That adds up. So why this is going to take longer. Alright, next up. Silicon. Power grid's doing just fine. 100 wind turbines just gives you a lot. Even at 70% efficiency, 100 of these does quite nicely. Oh, they look really pretty up there. Like they're dancing. Like a little party. Party on our head. Oh, that's a nice scene. I have heard tell that there will be, if there isn't already, a stronger mining machine. One of my sole complaints of this game last time I played was that forever you were stuck with just these mining machines, making every trek to a new planet a little tedious. You have to set this up for every one of them. We have no use for the silicon ore in any form other than silicon. Like a silicon ore turns into silicon, silicon can then be used or turned into crystal silicon. Well, I do science stuff. Let's go ahead and throw down a charging station. A lot of red. Just get something on the science machine. Yeah. What kind of rates does this go? 2 at 2 for 1. Alright, so I know I could fit only 7 at the most. So this would be a decent use of the blueprint system, but not that much. I had to wait for these to fill, for that to fill anyway, so it's no rush. I'm in no rush. UV silicon. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then push it to 7. That's the most we're doing on basic belt. More advanced belt could go harder. We're not there yet. Off you go then. Looking good. So we now know how to make turbo. No, we don't. Oh, we're working on that right now. Alright, so. Up here. We'll throw down a stuff box. Just some bare essentials to keep here on this planet. Basically everything. In fact, here, have it all. Alright. In case I manage to run out of key ingredients, it's all here. I have them all back at home. I can restock. Odds are we'll have anyway. That's how I get there. Well, that's a decent pilot amount. Time to go home. Gravity is a thing. It was trying to pull me back down to the planet, into the atmosphere. Music that plays when you're out in space. It's really nice. And we have 4 minutes at this speed. That gives me a chance to show this off. So oh, it's not telling me because we don't have that science yet. Never mind. Can I learn that science? No, not so purple. Purple science beyond yellow science. Then there's green. We'll get there. Barrel roll. Because why wouldn't you put a barrel roll button on your robot? Only one astronomical unit away. And you've got your yaw and your pitch. Make sure, just kind of give you a clue of how far off you are from your target. The tricky thing about getting home is that if the gas giant's in the way, getting around it can be tricky without getting pulled in. We'll be going on to it eventually. Well, soon enough. On purpose. We're gonna harvest that hydrogen, that deuterium that it's made out of. Can hold in a little, hold on. Gotta adjust course just a bit. Oh. And we're home. Alright, so we ended up actually right at the mall. Nice. Score. Alright, what do we need? I dumped all my belt off, so I need belt. Need arm. Need maker. Splitter. Take a little bit of everything. Yeah. Looks good. I could use small box, sure. Still occasion for small box. Alright, have we officially reached the point where blue can't keep up? No, blue is back to being in the lead. Blue is fully stocked. Red's now behind again. Red's behind because Red's full. Red's is just not keeping up because Red's not making enough red. Cool. Good to see it. Alright, throw down some solar panels, then we're going to use our starter amount of titanium and silicon. We're getting ready to make a very, very power-hungry planet. There's 7 more. I guess I could have had solar production begin on the other planets to grab that too, but yeah. We have a few rocks on this planet to work with. Okay, so let us begin. To make you. You know how to make everything you're made out of. Yes. And no, not yet. Don't know how to make you yet. Let's go stand over here while I put that on the queue. Where's pink? There's pink. That is expensive. Well, there's something I haven't put on the building yet, huh? Yeah, chemical plants. That's the thing. We need a lot of these. We finally reached it. So, steel, brick, which is actually both right here. Cool. I see no iron coming down the line. Okay, anyway. Work on that later. Steel and brick are right here. Well. Now this is steel. There's steel. There's brick. What did I say with steel and brick? Oh, chemical plants. Right. Like, what was I making again? Steel brick, glass, and green. Alright, so I need to drink. Oh, there's glass right here. We'll just split that. Somehow that's not counted as being on water. I'm okay with that. Because there's just water on either side of it. Yeah, looks like it's in water to me. Maybe they've changed the rules so it can be in shallow water. Right. This is telling you to go ahead and be a chemical plant. I need to sneak green out here. I have green on a belt. Yeah, it's right here. So, yeah. You go on a journey. Bring you below these two. Then up the other side. Yeah. And back down again. So I can actually grab you. Can't grab things off of a higher belt. The arms are on the bottom level. There we go. Alright, once I figure out why there's no iron coming down the line, where is the iron stopping? Oh, I guess since I just ran down the entire line, filling my pockets from them all. Iron is just, yeah. Iron is just being used. There is sufficient iron coming from the start. Guess there could be more. Oh, there's no iron coming because there's no iron ore. Oh, there is iron ore. It's just being cooked rather quickly. Yeah, you guys are running. I had another iron patch nearby. Where is that? You there. You're close enough. I could drag you over with a belt. Sure. We begin our assault on this iron patch. We've conquered one. We will destroy you as well. All in the name of biding our time till science has caught up. We can begin making bees again. Let's begin making bees. When I hands off all this science and flying to other planets. They do good work. Disgusting. Well, it'd probably be more efficient to just have it attach up here. I like it when one elevated belt ends up bumping into another. There we go. And the mall will eventually back up when the boxes fill. It's just being used for gears, belts, arms, machines. Splitters are caught up. Power's looking good. Alright, our first chemical plants are made. Now to cast. Waiting on steel. Which is cooking. Yeah, iron's now making it down the line. Good. I have two. Give me at least one more to work with. Thank you. So, right off the bat here, we can do a chemical plants. Yes. Chemicals. What's science? We can make plastic. Take refined oil, take graphite, make plastic. Graphene. Take graphite and sulfuric acid. Turns into graphene. Graphene can be used as a fuel. It's a terrible, terrible fuel. Don't use it as this is a material. Or you just take 2 fire ice and it spits it out into graphene and hydrogen. Fire ice is the gift that just keeps on giving. That's what you know what? We'll rely on that for now. Since I have fire ice already nearby. Organic crystals, we'll need a lot of those. Take plastic, take sulfuric acid, and take water. It turns into organic crystals. Or if you're lazy, or if you're super patient, I mean, you can take wood and grass and water. Can't imagine why you would ever do that. And you can also use this chemical plant to make sulfuric acid, which is water, and sulfuric acid, and refined oil, and rocks. And there's acid. We're gonna be able to skip that step. Right now, the only thing we need this for is graphene, which we can use this for. Do need to make plastic, though. Can't skip that step. That may as well be where I have my one bucket of water. Have that over here somewhere. Start collecting any water. Yeah, you. Your oceans can't run dry. They're. Oh, I didn't pick up any storage tanks. Where'd I leave those? Not here. Be right back. Yeah, the whole sailing, leaving the planet, you could just use it to stay in the atmosphere and just go super fast. There we are. Okay, take more water. Just continue to collect water. We're here in the future. If giant robot flying. But, yeah, water mill. Best way to collect water. Spit it out in tubes. Collect the water. Cube the water. Put it on a conveyor belt and spit it out into a storage tank. Don't worry about it. Until I'm ready for you. Yeah, no, you're fine. Fred's a little behind now. Right, you were behind for the sole fact that I don't have enough research labs to keep up with you. So yeah. Have fun. Good luck trying to keep up with all that. The busy factory. Alright, so... the big thing to do, make lots of green engines. You know how to make engines, now you can make electromagnetic engines. Which are engines, or take iron, take gear, and add magnets. Take that engine and add more magnets. Which is a lot more power hungry than you expect. It's a lot more material hungry than you expect it to be. So in order to make these, I need to get one of those machines set up. So let's begin that process. Laboratory hops, sure. Where to do that? For now, this is going to be mostly box fed. This is going to be a temporary setup. So I might as well put it by the mall, where I actually have everything. Or rather... No, the mall's fine. Give me space to work with. Okay. Easiest way to do this. Work backwards. Gonna want my beehive. So that needs to have steel, titanium, processors, orange chip, and red tube. I want to do it this way because I know that I'm going to need to take a beehive and magnify it to be exactly this. To upgrade it into interplanetary. I'll need you for the interplanetary stuff. We're not there yet. Oh, the things I can work on. So here will be titanium. Here, have a bucket of titanium. Takes 40 per steel. I'm not mass producing steel yet, so I'm still cooking it on site. As you do. There will not be much throughput on this for a while. I'm okay with that. And green processors. Do I know how to make processors? Yes. There's green chip and silicon chip. I have green chip here. Where's green chip? Okay, you're over here. So silicon chip is silicon, and copper. Fortunately, copper's already made its way down the line. Just need to move this. Is that load bearing? Okay. Sneak this underneath. Yeah. I love it. I'll just have you guys keep going a little bit. I have space right here. No need to throw down more foundation. Oh wait, this wasn't green chip and it was silicon and so yeah, let's do this. You into you. Yeah. So you just keep going. You, for now, will just box feed. Here, I have most of my silicon. Don't do that. No, no. Alright, that'll work. You're one of them ending? Yeah, good. Gives us the confidence to continue on this path. Yeah, sure, whatever you say. Alright. Very inefficiently going to make a lot of processors. It takes 2. But you're eating up silicon I have to fly to another planet to get at the moment, so not too concerned. And last, there can only be red tube, which is made of graphene, copper, and green engine. Yeah, since we're right here, we have space right here. Let's throw down. I also need to do something with this hydrogen. This is nowhere near the chemical plant. So I think we'll just stockpile hydrogen for now. Yeah, it'll just go here. Do not want to have to worry about running out of space. All this hydrogen will find a home someday. Kick the can down the road. Well, I'm ready for you. So, hydrogen comes out this way. Fire ice goes in that way. Coming out. Graphene. Says we're not ready for you. You're gonna go into giant boxes. When I'm ready for you, I'll put an output. I need to make another trip back to the other planet to grab this stuff. Oh, whoops. That did not copy properly. I forgot to make this belt. That's fine. Hydrogen, that way. Yeah, 4 for now. That'll do. Alright, and then from there... green engine and just basic copper. So let's set up a green engine machine. For now, extras can go here. So green engine is basic engine. Dedicate a space for this for now. Yeah, over here. Good as any. This will be red tube. This is where copper, graphene should be over here, actually. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Not that it'd be kind of tough to have enough production going for 3 red tube, but yeah. For now, that's the goal. Gotta have a goal in mind. Guess I could have this belt going the other way. We'll do it like that. There. That'll be red. So I need space for this. You're gonna be green. You're gonna need engine and fancy coil. So leave this way. All the way up this way. This is also going to ask for just copper? Yeah, just copper. I guess the tube it's in is made of copper. I have copper right here. There we go. Can't set the recipe yet. I don't know how to make this. It's one of these here. Not that one. Crystal, which is organic crystals, and titanium. Make titanium crystal. Makes sense. I like to work backwards. Keeps me organized. So, engine, fancy coil. Have a belt of fancy coils somewhere. Where have you ended up? Right here. Gotta sneak you out of here. Mission Impossible style. Yeah. Up and over and up and over. Come on, Roberts. This will be nowhere near running at capacity, but I'm okay with that for now. Just need to run. At all. It's coil, which engine. Alright, so now engine machine. Leave room for everything to be scalable if needed. Which is iron, gear, and fancy coil. Fortunately, I have one of those right here. By having the output belt go the other way, I can then expand this as wide as I need to. Indefinitely. Well, I guess not indefinitely. I could circle the planet. Alright, now we need to bring in iron and gear. So, where has the iron ended up? Iron is ending its journey here, so let's drag that elsewhere. Or, better idea. Let's grab this and have it go even higher. And then bring it back down. Beautiful. Alright, so now gears need to come onto this one. So do I turn these into gears on site? How far away is the gear line? There was a line of gears somewhere. Right here. You know what? Your journey does not end here. We go! This is all extremely temporary until I have a better way of producing more hives. My entire planet is covered in bees. But you have to work your way up to building the swarm. Doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be functional. But, you know, this is kind of pretty. I like that other things out of focus get blurry. Help keep your focus on what matters. And there we go. Engine at some degree of efficiency. Oh, gotta turn this to receive the engines. Now it takes 2 engines for 2 seconds until 1 green. I would need 6 of these to feed these 3. 2 for 2 to 1. How long does this take to make? 2 seconds for 1. I would need to do 1 a second. I would need to... I need to make 1 of these every second. So I would need like 9 of these to get these up to speed. I could add a little more. I mean, these are going to back up pretty quickly because they're not actually feeding into anything at the top. Let's double it. Have fun, y'all. Like, these greens aren't feeding anything, so they'll back up eventually. Already eaten all that silicon. There, you can have the rest of it. Eat up, my dear. Have all the titanium too while you're at it. Alright, so I think we take another journey back to the other planet. Grab that fire ice, grab whatever other stuff we've managed to accumulate. So Alpha 3, is this a good... could be a worse target. Worse transfer window. Yeah, let's just go. To space! Leave the atmosphere. And we're good. Like the music fades out so we can get to our space music. At this point, we're only powerful enough to move at a maximum of 1,000 meters per second. It can go faster if we were to get a gravity boost from a plane. Faded. Icarus has a nice strut to it. So the site is not far off from Wind Farm here on the North Pole. Yeah, it's right here. How much fire ice have we accumulated? Power's keeping up. Alright, since power's doing well, we'll speed this up. Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to work. Okay, now we'll grab. Wow. Only stacks of 50. Alright, I need to leave some room for silicon. I'll take a row of this. Where did I? Silicon's right nearby. Yeah, we cooked an entire box of silicon. Good job, y'all. And we're doing okay on titanium at the moment, so we'll be back for you. Slow down charging station. Just tap the power lines. And we're off. You could fly into the sun. It doesn't do anything to you. You just bounce off of it. Although you can get a pretty superb power boost, gravity boost if you fly by the sun. It'll speed you up a lot. My planet was not named Alfie Home Base. You can rename planets. You can rename entire star systems. I will be doing once I decide what I want to do with each planet, so I don't lose track of it. This game's neat. It has numbers for people who like stats. Apparently, I'm consuming more iron than I'm picking up. Consuming all copper that I'm picking up. So it looks like I need to up my iron production. Barometric. There are lots. Yeah. Now I'm making more magnets than I am. I need to up my iron ore production. Don't miss my planet here. You could just sail off into space. You had hours. We have better ways of getting to other other solar systems. Eventually. Nailed it. For the price of only 60 graphite? Not bad. Very short hop. I have not established a box for this yet. So I will put the fire ice here. Fire ice will leave. It will be cooked into graphene. Oh, it's going to combust it into graphene and hydrogen. Hydrogen will just go into a bucket. So these storage units, we'll get to that hydrogen eventually. Actually not fast enough. Give it a second arm. Knowing how fast this goes, I should have put that on the inside belt. That's fine. We have power. Hey, there we go. And output graphene this way. That makes a lot of graphene. Stacks pretty high. I like it. Have we learned red tube yet? No. Silicon was being used down here. Right here. Chomp chomp, buddy. Get eaten. Actually, that might be the red tube right here. No, that's battery. This is what we're going to want to work on too. This is the battery. This is how you transfer power in this game. You take a battery and you fill it up. When the power runs low, it spits out the power. Takes very fancy stuff to make batteries, though. We're not going to be making those in large quantities anytime. Ooh, you're new. That wasn't here last time I played. Geothermal power. Using magma as an energy source. Input energy to the grid stably. This is a Chinese game that has, I guess, one poor soul translating it into English. Not everything is... not everything makes sense yet. In fact, there's an entire thing here that hasn't been translated at all. Just, what is that? I don't know. I'll translate it later. Just put the Mandarin in. Now, back to this. Power generation directly related to the concentration of magma. Do I have them? I don't have a magma planet here, do I? No, because I'm the one closest to the star, so usually that would be the ones closest to the star. Water. Nice. I don't know what's nearby. Apparently, the closest one to me is Peacock. At 4 light years away. Or Merope, you're both 4 light years away. It would take us almost 3 hours to get there. At our max speed. You could do it. The game doesn't lie. We have better ways of getting there later. Yeah, these don't have anything special like hell looking at it. There's 2 special things here in Trianguli Australis. Storage production underway. I need more fuel. Let me go grab some graphite. A handful of coal. Give these a chance to keep working their way through. Storing it right here. Out of red again. What's holding up red? Not enough hydrogen. Why? 'Cause you can't unload fast enough. Neither of you can. blue coil is super fancy stuff. You take an engine, give it more stuff, turn it green. Take that green and add more magnets and some coal. You get blue coil or blue tube. Makes everything go super fast. Batteries. We'll get to it eventually. I have a plan for all this. So hydrogen. It is backing up. Alright. Let's just grab some of that excess for now. In fact, I have an idea. Prevent this kind of excess from happening. You come this way. I'm gonna grab a splitter. You're gonna come in here. And have you go both leaving the hydrogen maker and entering. Prioritize going this way. But if this is full, you leave instead. Every time this backs up, this will instead spit this excess out into the exiting line. That should help empty that out. Send the hydrogen down here. If you can do that. Oh yeah, we filled up 3 full things of refined oil. 3 3/4. Oh, red's just not coming along, not because of lack of hydrogen. 10 is not enough to satisfy them. Cool. Actually, red is accumulating now. I like it. I like it. We'll upgrade science eventually, but for now, looking good. Go ahead and just grab this. Manually empty these out until we eventually get stronger belts. We won't have that issue where he can't unload. Eventually. Did I get a free battery? Sometimes when you do a technology, it gives you free stuff. But sadly, no. Throw some more stuff on the line here. Put you after. Hey, you're new. What do you do? Automatic piler. Can automatically integrate 2 consecutive cargoes into one. So, like, I could take 2 things of iron and put them on top of each other? I'm gonna want to check that out at some point. I mean, that's yellow science. We're not there yet. In fact, where is yellow? You. I need blue as well. I need to get yellow set up, so then... Yeah. Meantime... What can I do with just red and blue? We'll wait for yellow to go. Take some time, place down some more solar panels. And I need more foundation. Where is my foundation machine? Right over here, I think. Stockpiling copper here. Alright, have at it. In fact, go for it. Not sure why I was doing this, but yeah. I guess it's because it's a small patch, so I figured just cook, roast it, be done with it. Foundation machine's empty. Alright. All the iron it has. Nice, I got a planet where it doesn't look like there's no veins on the equator. Makes this very clean. Eventually, I'll be able to tear down my thermal generators. Out of foundation, but not out of solar panel. How about the other direction? Okay, good. I made a runway. I'd like to get a row done before I start 2 or 3 laning. Okay, good. That's all the solar panels we made out of rock so far. Yeah, that's good. Get my bearings on where on the planet I am. About you just go. Make science. I'm not your dad. I'm not going to tell you how much science to make. Just make science. Although, the way I have this set up, I could almost sneak you in this way. Yeah, I could, with very minimal change, I could do this. I would just need stronger arms to make that work. So I just drag this around the other side. Now it goes that way. Now... And in fact, if I have... It can make this really clean if I just actually have you go around the other side. Really, that wind turbine was actually powering you. Alright, whatever. Go live over there now. Yeah, there we go. This will work cleanly as long as I'm still using Jess 2. I could use the same box. And since you're going to be a little bit further away, I'm just going to use slightly stronger arms to get the job done. There we go. You now making twice as much science. Blue should not be able to keep up with that. Not with one set of blue and 3 machines making all the ingredients. More concrete, please. Well, for the moment, that's all up and revving, and that's it. Blue is out. These 3 are doing their best. It's not that it's out of material, it's just it can't throughput that fast. I'll get around to building that up. Or maybe I won't. When we're done with red and blue, there will be a lot of accumulation happening. That red star is 13.7 light years away. Someday we will visit all those stars in the sky. At least the bright boys. hell crab. And this red giant. Very beautiful red giant. Quite fond of the B type. Like an ocean of blue. Itty bitty little star here. A forbidden gumball. F-type. I believe F-types are like, what, the brightest? Be like the ideal ones to build a Dyson Sphere around, but they tend not to have much in the way of planets? Or is it G? There's not many of the good ones. I'm gonna consider a good one that has a tidally locked planet. That'll be what I look for. Maybe it goes the other way. Maybe A is the best. Yeah, it's 1.3 luminosity. Pretty bright. You could. There is some luminosity off of this. You could build a Dyson Sphere around a black hole if you so desired. There's typically one planet orbiting it very far away. Pretty young, only 40 million years old. On the other side, where's the prettiest one? Oh, I'll find it. I haven't seen it yet, but there's got to be at least one in my galaxy. Prettiest one to see of all. Red tube. We'll get to you. We waited all this time. We can keep waiting. You are super. Okay, you're the best one to build a Dyson Sphere. 2.4 luminosity. You are bright. You are very bright. However, not what I'm looking for. You are far away. Come on, where are you? Blue giant. That's gonna be pretty. Looks just like the one we just saw. Most enthralling one to see. Oh, where are you in my galaxy? Always one. Usually the farthest one away, aside from the black hole. As you'd imagine, the black hole would have to be far away, or there wouldn't be any of the rest of this here. Back to the black hole. There it is. There you are. Hello. Beautiful. No idea what this is scientifically, but man, this is gorgeous. Look that up at some point. It's very hot. Alright, so. Cooked off all of the fire ice I brought over. That gave me very small amounts of hydrogen. Okay. it's not going to fill up anytime soon. Oh, you. Give me red tube. There's a shortcut to making red tube. We do not have it. I imagine eventually they're gonna make these a little prettier than just all these, everything on conveyor belts at the moment is just boxes with their picture on top. A lot of other things have gotten a lot prettier. You can now see the power lines going from one to one, from one to another. This is still early access, I believe. It was when I started playing. Good. Oh, I should probably start making the drones too, huh? So drones. Bees aren't going to be very helpful without their hive. Well, the hive won't be very helpful without the bees. So, drones. They're made of iron. They use chips. They need a thruster so they can move. Well, there's chips. Just drag this down a little bit. Orange chip. Enjoy. You want to just have you go there. Iron. Iron's easy enough to try. Where do we have iron? That's iron. Where are you going? All the way down there. Can I siphon off of you? Yes, not pretty, but I can do it. I can do it this way. Can't go between those, so I'll have to go up and over. Can I sneak you around? Yeah, that'll work. Come up, you come back down. Then you work around. Yeah, nailed it. And then I'll just grab off, have an arm grab off of that belt of iron and slam it over here. And thrusters, which are steel and copper. I actually have copper right here. Should move it down a little more. There, so copper in, thruster out, thruster in. As for the steel part of it, stronger spray. Get to that eventually, I suppose. I do have steel right here. I was thinking of cooking this iron that comes across, but there's steel just right here. And I can sneak you in this way. Yeah. Move that copper there. Copper goes in there. Steel comes across. There. Persistent supply of bees. What's holding you up? Just silicon's holding you up. And mostly just because you're too far away. Alright, just give me a stronger arm. There, now that you're fast enough to keep up. There we go. One more B, please. Alright, so. The way hives work. This is not the final form of them. I'll be using a lot of these particular ones, but not. I can support it. But not like this. So I want to take something. Take something like this iron is actually really close. I'll probably just feed this iron into that when it depletes. Take something far away. The empty part of the planet. Alright. Give me some iron that's far away, please. Do I have any iron just kind of sitting out nowhere? Really? Alright, you. Go get ya. Yeah, this iron is kind of out there. Collect all this iron ore. And a belt. All things. Alright, so, beehive. We set it up to supply others with iron ingots and magnets. I'm going to put 2 bees in here. And I need to send power to this thing. I could set maximum of how much I want in this. I'm gonna tell it to go. You can tell it even how much power at max to hold. Like right now it's hitting the system a little hard. But once it has the power, it's just gonna kind of sit there, so not worried about it. Minimum load, you can set that, like don't send the bee until it has at least 10% of what it could hold at max. Currently, it starts with being able to hold 25. And I just take a line and drag it over to it. I don't have enough freaking arms. Alright. They're out of Out of belt. Alright. We'll be right back. The mole can't be too far away. There it is. Now we can fly. It's not that big a deal. It's easy to spot the hive. Let's power all of this. Get the end off. Now, I'll get a persistent supply of iron ingots and magnets sent into the cloud. This is not the best use of it, but demonstrative. Now, on this end, I'm gonna put 2 bees in here, and I'm gonna have it ask. For iron ingots and magnets. And there's 100 ingots already on its way in. Those 2 on one side can bring it over, or these 2 can go get it. Either or. I just have to manually say, hey, what's coming out of this? So. And the new stuff will merge with this. I could set up a splitter, but they'll all find a home someday. So there's how your basic hives work. And you can even see these guys. Sadly, you cannot stand on the hive. There they go. The bees will take power from what is accumulated here. Red has stopped. Or maybe blue has stopped. Science has stopped. Oh, you've made 5 more of those. Way to go. And 1 whole bee, because we're out of orange chip. Because, yeah, this is going to take a while. It's fine. It'll get there eventually. We'll have to do another couple hops to the other planet before we can offhand that. Probably use more than one fancy magnet maker. I can also just take things, and if there's space in the hive, I can just put things into the hive. Here, have some iron. Eventually, that'll be my dump for everything. Cloud storage of real things. Doing all this, making these, I could just eventually have these all dump into hives. put them in the cloud. Which is eventually what they'll do. Out of... Oh, because they're out of iron. Because of this. No longer... Yeah, actually split this, please. Splitter now needs to act like a splitter. Please and thank you. Red's looking good, while blue is now behind. I like it. Oh yeah, my new system here seems to be working nicely. It's no longer able to accumulate. Drop some hydrogen on the floor. It's fine. I'll be back for that later. That's a cool new feature. I don't have to stand on top of something to pick it up. Just aim at it, and there it goes into my pocket. That's pretty cool. I approve. Solve the red problem. Created a blue one. Like it. There they go. All bees that are made, I'm gonna put to use. Even at the hives. Just yet, but... out of silicon. Something to do with a hop. Eat this hydrogen. Sure. Be delicious. Demand copper. Copper come out here. No, not that. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, there we go. Think about how close you are. I could just run a belt. Get you guys onto the cloud. Copper has no use in ore form, so any copper I see, I can smelt it right on site. The only downside is you will not be able to then apply it anywhere else. Actually, change my mind. if I have a supply one here, I could put copper, stone, and iron into it. I'll take an A hive. No more are going to be made for now until I go get more silicon, which it won't be this time. Maybe next time. Now this can grab copper, stone, and coal. This iron is going to feed into this. Put 1B in here. Stone. Copper ingots. Coal. I don't think there's any use for basic coal past proliferators. But I'll hold on to it just in case. Basic form. This can go slowly. There's no rush on this. Has these nice corners where you could place the power pole. I could also choose not to power that one right now if I wasn't doing so good on power. We're not going to use this anytime soon, but once it holds the power, once it has the power, it'll just kind of sit there, so not concerned. Have anything accumulating in the cloud for now, while everything else gets going. Last but not least, this coal patch. Everyone else will feed into him. This will set it up perfectly that next time we'll be attempting to conquer, do a couple hops and then conquer yellow sides. At least enough to get interplanetary logistics going. As a new day dawns. Automation. Alright, I guess one place is asking for copper. This guy right over here. The bus and blue both asking for blue, or for iron. In fact, where you should be going now is have you instead come this way. Feed right into that splitter. Yeah, this way, these and that entire patch are two different lines now. Won't matter once we get to Fast Belt, but we're not there yet. Says it's running low. It's got 80,000. Being a bit of a drama queen there. Not enough brick. It's not a brick going in. Alright. Fix that. There we go. Power grid's still looking good. It's not enough blue. Alright, so checklist for next time that I may or not remember to do. Expand blue. The keep. Leave blue as is. Blue's fine. By the time we come back to, by the time we accomplish yellow, blue will have a sizable backlog. In fact, let's take off the limiters. Just make it. And you, just make it. Go for it. I'm not your dad. Make science. Yeah, you just take coal. Cool. Do another couple jumps, get more silicon and fire ice down here, and then work on yellow. Next time, we'll continue working our way towards attacking the sun. Thanks for watching.